From the Samson Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Brought to you by SSP TV and the Standard Speaker.
Shock and sadness spreads across the Keystone State and beyond as a Penn State sex abuse scandal comes to light. 2 high-ranking university administrators arrested today on charges they lied to a grand jury investigating former Penn State University football defense coordinator Jerry Sandusky. Reaction from loyal Lions fans is where we begin tonight. Good evening and thanks so much for joining us, everyone. I'm Kristen Bazinski. Well, 2 top-ranking Penn State officials have stepped down after the football team's former defensive coordinator was charged with several counts of child sex abuse. It's arguably the biggest scandal the school has ever seen, and Nittany Lions all over the state are reacting. News 13's Nikki Kreis spoke to students at the university's Hazleton campus who say they're shocked but will support their school no matter what.
It seemed like a normal day at Penn State Hazleton, but under the surface, today was anything but normal in Nittany Lion country. 2 days ago, former defensive coordinator on Penn State's football team, Jerry Sandusky, was arrested on charges he sexually abused 8 young boys over a 10-year period.
This is a case about a sexual predator accused of using his position within the community and the university to prey on numerous young boys for more than a decade.
What makes the scandal even worse is that 2 top Penn State officials have allegedly played a big role in keeping the abuse a secret. Athletic Director Tim Curley and Vice President of Finance and Business Gary Schultz have stepped down from their positions at the university and appeared in court this afternoon. Police say Curley and Schultz knew about the incidents but did not report them.
Not only did not report that incident as required by law, but they also never made any attempt to identify that child.
Pennsylvania Attorney General Linda Kelly calls it a disturbing pattern of sexual assaults on young boys. Sandusky met the children through his charitable organization, The Second Mile. A witness saw the 67-year-old former coach in the team's shower sexually assaulting a young boy.
Those assaults allegedly occurred while Sandusky was a coach at Penn State, while others happened on the Penn State campus and elsewhere after Sandusky had retired from his coaching position.
Students at Penn State Hazleton had a lot to say about the charges. All of them tell me that they were very upset and disgusted to learn about the accusations, but most of them do say they still have Penn State pride.
I don't really find it right that he did that, but we pay a lot of money to go here, and I support my school completely, but I don't think it's right, but no matter what, I'm behind Penn State.
I support my school no matter what. I've been going here for 2 years now. I think that we should just keep on going. I mean, we are Penn State, so. The defensive coordinator, I mean, with Joe Paterno and everything, I think we should just keep going with the team and support all the decisions with that.
I was pretty upset when I found out that they're using Penn State's student tuition money to buy out the bail, and I'm definitely for signing a petition to see if we can get any type of refund back because it's messed up.
Sandusky, Curley, and Schultz have all posted bail and await preliminary hearings.
This is not a case about football. It's not a case about universities. It's a case about children who have had their innocence stolen from them, and a culture that did nothing to stop it or prevent it from happening to others.
Penn State head football coach Joe Paterno has not been charged and appears to not be implicated in any wrongdoing. Nikki Kreis, News 13, Hazleton.
All right, Nikki, thanks so much. Well, all eyes are watching that case right there just before the verdict in the Michael Jackson trial. The doctor guilty of involuntary manslaughter. So big things happening right now in the news. And also we add in the general election 2011, which is coming your way faster than you know it. Tomorrow the polls open at 7 a.m. And Dr. Dave Sosar joins us now live to kind of run down what you're going to see on the ballot tomorrow and also why this is such an important election. Dr. Sosar, you know, we have some important county races going on, yes, but we also have a lot of local municipalities that are seeing races that could change the face of their municipality. It could change parties from Republican rule to Democrat rule and vice versa. So this is an important election.
Yeah, I encourage everybody who can get out tomorrow, and tomorrow is supposed to be a beautiful day. Right. So I encourage everybody out there to please get out and vote. again, we've said it many a times, but regardless of what happens, be it national and state elections, sometimes people come and go, and you don't feel that there's that much that touches you. These are the people that enforce the laws around you. These are the people who take care of your police, your fire protection, your garbage collection, your water, your streets. Right. These are the people that touch your life every single day, and you've got to get out and support.
Absolutely. Let's talk about some of those local races. Sure. Big supervisor race in Hazle Township going on. To the surprise of many, Richard Wenches actually did a write-in campaign last time around, and he won on the Republican side. So now him and longtime supervisor Bill Gallagher will go head-to-head tomorrow.
Yeah, it was a surprise. If you remember, there was the confusion that came about in the last primary election. Everybody thought that Bill Gallagher had won outright, and then it turned around that now there's an actual contest. And you know what? I know both of them. They're great individuals, but it does make for a great contest. And regardless of who, I know that the people will be served in Hazle Township well. But it's one of those interesting races that you didn't expect.
Absolutely. Butler Township. You see, longtime supervisor Robert Shellhammer passes away. Now they're left with only 2 supervisors, but an election to decide who will be that third one.
Right. And listening to the gentleman, they wanted to hold off and naming somebody for this seat because they didn't want to give somebody the seat just simply maybe for a month or two. Right. They want that person who wins to get the election under their belt and then just take over and run as soon as they can. Right. And that'll be a good thing.
Absolutely. So Butler Township, we see, big race in Cunningham with council. Something that's real big is McAdoo. McAdoo Council has a huge race right now because if those Republicans win, who are running a real strong campaign over there, and so are the Democrats, but if those Republicans win, that will change the face of council for the first time in a long time.
Changes the whole complexion of what McAdoo's direction of what McAdoo is going. It's interesting, however, that I will say that sometimes local elections, you need that party to win the election. Right. Sometimes local elections aren't always party oriented, but in this case you are seeing a change, at least of what will be party orientation.
Absolutely. Same thing, Freeland, some big races going on. We have for mayor and Freeland and council.
Yeah, well, and I think that Tammy holding on to her seat, I think that probably will be a given. But there are races there, and again, just in the makeup, you're taking a look at what direction is the city of McAdoo going to take. They've taken some big hits with the loss of jobs over there and so forth. Right. It's going to have to take creative minds to make this community work and work well at this point, and deal with the finances of police, fire, and so forth again. Right.
Before I move on to those big county races, I want to talk a little bit about the city council race. And I knew you were going to laugh at me. The city council race and the mayor race. The mayor race seems to be one of the most heated races we've seen this time around. Like we were talking before we came back out from before the news started. It's been quiet. The mayor race has been somewhat of an out loud one.
Between flyers and signs and the debate that you people were great enough to hold for us at this point, I think that's made a difference, and I think it's made people wake up. I think that all 3 candidates did themselves well in the debate. Certainly you've got Joe Yannuzzi as the incumbent, who has experience on city council and as the mayor for this past year now. You have Grace Cuso, who's been the watchdog. I don't know of too many people who probably know the city of Hazleton better because she's simply been around and watching it. And certainly Mr. Matuszewski as a concerned citizen brings his creativity and his interest to it. There's been excitement in this one, and I do hope that voters go on out. I think it's going to be a closer race than what some people may think.
And how about that council race between longtime Councilwoman Evelyn Graham?
The council race has been the race that hasn't been held. Right. The one that I do think and I hope that people have been out knocking on doors. I know Keith Bass did that during the campaign in the primary, and it showed in his numbers. I think the real contest is going to be between Mrs. Graham and Ms. Mope. The real challenge here is who will the voters? I think there's a demand by voters, and especially amongst women voters, for another woman to sit on council, but I don't know which one of these two. And I think it's going to be a close race there, simply because of the quietness that this race created.
Absolutely. Now, there is a big Hazleton area school board race going on. I want to kind of skip that real quick because we're out of time. I want to jump to a race that kind of came out of nowhere, and that is for Luzerne County District Attorney.
Yes.
Let's talk about that real quick.
An upstart young woman by the name of Salvantis, and she's gotten a lot of money to support her, put a lot of ads on, has definitely attacked very strongly Jackie Musto-Carroll, especially on the Kids for Cash, which has resonated, I think, pretty well with people in this county. Jackie Musto-Carroll definitely has the experience, definitely has the backing of the right party, the Democratic Party, which this county is. So it's going to be a challenge to see. I think Jackie Musto-Carroll comes on strong towards the end simply because of the base that she has to work with.
Right, and I think she's getting a lot of support from law enforcement throughout the county as well. So that plays a big role in that too, because she's the one who kind of leads them when it comes to big cases. And, all right, well, Dr. Sosar, there's so much more we could talk about. You're going to have the opportunity to do so tomorrow night.
Looking forward to it, yes.
So we are excited to have you back again for election coverage, and thank you for joining us right now, live at 5 on News 13.
Thank you.
We'll see you
I
tomorrow.
appreciate
It's
it.
an exciting day. It's one of my favorite days of the year. Can you see the fibbing written all over my face?
Good luck.
It is my favorite day because that means it's over, right?
Yes,
All right, sounds good. Dr. Sosar, thanks so much. Well, we invite you to join Dr. Sosar, Mike DeCosmo, Sam Lassant Sr., and award-winning TV journalist Kathy Baczynski tomorrow night starting live at 7:30 right here on Channel 13. Janine Mazurkevich will also be joining SSP TV's political panel at the desk for live up-to-the-minute election coverage throughout the night. Nikki Kreis, Christina D'Amato, Andy Minnick, and yours truly will be with the candidates as the results start rolling in. Hear from them first. Coming up live at 5:30, we have a preview of our special election coverage from 7:30 to 8 Tuesday as those last-minute voters head to the polls. And then at 8, we go live till 11 o'clock. We get you the numbers first, the results first, and we talk with the winners first. There's only one choice on Decision Day, News 13, SSP TV. Moving on tonight, state police continue to investigate a motorcycle accident that claimed the life of a 26-year-old Hazel Township man over the weekend. Stephen Bogner, known by his friends better as Boggy, was riding his Harley-Davidson when he lost control along Route 309. Troopers say Bogner was headed south on Route 309 when he failed to make a left-hand turn in the road, causing him to run off of the highway near Hollywood Boulevard. The motorcycle hit a brick business sign. Now, Jeff Stock, a county deputy coroner, said he pronounced Bogner dead at the scene and that he died of multiple traumatic injuries. Police said from evidence found at the scene, they believe the accident happened sometime between late Friday night and early Saturday morning. Bogner was not found until around 10 o'clock Saturday morning. Bogey, as his friends called him, loved riding motorcycles and was a motorcycle mechanic. He was also a die-hard Steelers fan. Not long after learning of Bogner's death, friends started a remembrance page on Facebook. That page is now filled with messages and memories along with pictures of Bogner with friends and family. As the investigation continues into how this tragedy happened, troopers ask anyone who might have any helpful information to call the state police at 459-3890. Well, police in the city need your help tonight. They are investigating a report of gunshots being heard in one part of Hazleton over the weekend in this neighborhood. Officers got the call just before 4 a.m. Saturday that shots were fired in the vicinity of Birch Street and Fulton Court. According to officers, there were no reports of injuries or of property damage. Anyone who can shed some light on the alleged incident is asked to dial 911. An illegal immigrant from Honduras who has been in this country since 2003 was caught over the weekend when the speeding car he was a passenger in was pulled over by police. This is 25-year-old Dennis Javier Reyes Montoya, who calls Staten Island, New York his home. Montoya was riding with 20-year-old Walter Santos Sunday afternoon when Beaver Meadows police pulled Santos's car over for speeding on Broad Street in the borough. Police tell us Montoya was acting nervous, gave a Honduras license, and admitted he was in the country illegally. Montoya had no criminal record, and immigration agents advised police to let him go, but to provide them with all of Montoya's information, and they would do a follow-up investigation. Meanwhile, the driver was cited for speeding. Coming up live at 5, the city is decking the halls, or should we say streets, with holiday decorations. The lights make it look more like Christmas already in downtown Hazleton. But first, lawmakers are bringing Pennsylvania up to speed with other states by banning texting while driving. It could soon be against the law for drivers to push buttons on their cell phones behind the wheel.
Stay tuned for great local programming all night long right here on SSP TV. 7 o'clock is Feelin' Good. Join hosts Dr. Joel Bafil and Debbie Lasan as they discuss chiropractic care and total body wellness. 7:30 is the Sam Lasan Show. Join Sam as he talks with DA Jackie Musto-Carroll. 8 o'clock is Real Life in the OR. Join Channel 13 as we take you inside the operating room as Dr. Mead performs knee repairs and replacements. 8:30 is the Dr. Mead Show. Join Dr. Mead as he shows you how to live a healthy lifestyle. 9 o'clock is another episode of the Sam Lasan Show where Sam talks with Governor Corbett. And at 9:30 is Eye Care Today. Ophthalmologist Dr. Tom Kislin discusses vision, diseases of the eye, treatment, and prevention. Don't forget about the rebroadcast of our news at 6:10 and 11:30. And thank you for making News 13 your #1 local news station.
You're watching News 13, brought to you by SSP TV and the Standard Speaker with Janine Mazurkevich, Kristen Baczynski, Christina D'Amato, and Nikki Grimes.
Hi, I'm Joe Sklarowski. I'm proud of my family's ties to the greater Hazleton area. It's where my wife, Megan Kennedy, and her family were born and raised. It's where our 4 children were born, and it's where we have many friends and family. If elected judge in Luzerne County, I pledge to be a voice for the people of the greater Hazleton area. I respectfully ask for your vote for a judge on November 8th. Thank you.
Vote for the ticket that is making a difference in Hazleton. Joe Yanuzzi and Evelyn Graham. 5 more police officers on our streets, protecting residents. Surveillance cameras, making Hazleton a safer environment. More code enforcement and health code officers responding to citizens' complaints. On November 8th, vote Joe Yanuzzi for mayor and Evelyn Graham for city council. The team that is making a difference.
I'm voting for Jennifer Rogers because
she'll restore integrity to our courtrooms.
She is not a career politician.
She spent her career being the voice of people who didn't have one.
Jennifer is the most committed and dedicated person that I know.
She understands how important this election is.
She understands the needs of the people of Luzerne County.
She represents the people, not the politicians.
We can't afford another scandal in Luzerne County.
On November 8th, judge for yourself.
She's a keeper.
If you want the area's best selection of beer in cases and kegs, well, you've got it at JoJo's Beverages on the Airport Beltway. All the best brews, no extra charge for cold ones, and over 300 varieties by the cases. We also carry Tom Hicken bottled water and great spring water. The propane pumping station is now open and running. So when it comes to where you go for your brew, go to JoJo's Beverages, owned and operated by Joe Nemchek, a Nemchek family company. On the Airport Beltway in Hazleton. Open 7 days a week.
Fred Parentoni is a family man and very responsible. He cares about people, truly cares.
I'm voting for Fred Parentoni for judge because he's honest and compassionate. He's exactly what this county needs.
Fred has a genuine interest in seeing our county move forward. He isn't afraid to stand up to adversity.
I'm Fred Parentoni. I will work to keep our community safe, to keep you safe.
Vote Fred Parentoni for Judge of Luzerne County.
Well, all it takes is the governor's signature, and soon texting and driving will be against the law. Pennsylvania is getting set to join more than 30 other states that ban all motorists from texting while driving. The state Senate approved the bill and sent it to the desk of Governor Tom Corbett, who's expected to sign it into law. The bill would make texting behind the wheel a primary offense so that police can pull over motorists for that violation alone. The penalty is $50. The ban would take effect 120 days after Corbett signs it. However, talking on a cell phone without a hands-free device remains legal for Pennsylvania motorists. Thousands of people in our area rely on federal assistance to stay warm during the winter months. Congressman Lou Barletta is calling on the leadership in the House of Representatives and the Committee on Appropriations to maintain or increase federal funding for LAHEAP. Now, LaHeap helps low-income families pay their heating bills, either in the form of a cash grant sent directly to the utility company or as a crisis grant for households in immediate danger of being without heat. Recently, President Barack Obama recommended slashing billions of dollars from LaHeap funding. Congressman Barletta is one of 88 lawmakers who signed a letter asking officials to keep or increase LaHeap funding. Now, you can learn more about LaHeap at the State's Department of Public Welfare's website. Applications are now being accepted. On your screen right now, you're winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you played. Your daily number 114. Your big 4 5914. Quinto 70150. And finally, treasure hunt 2 3 12 13 28.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for making News 13 your number one local news station. Here's your lineup for Tuesday. Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's social news. A happy 50th birthday to Albert. This wish comes from Michelle. A happy birthday to Joe Yoakum. This wish comes from Elaine. And a happy birthday to Elaine Panko. This wish comes from Carol and Becky. And now for tonight's Talk of the Town. The Nuremberg Community Players present Rumors. This will be held November 11th through the 13th at the Towers. Show will be at 6 p.m. on November 11th and 12th, and on 3 p.m. on November 13th. Tickets are $20 for dinner and the show. Reserve your ticket today. Call 570-788-4411. And that's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 extends our deepest sympathies to the family and friends of these recently departed. Joseph G. Bogash of West Hazleton. The funeral will be held Tuesday at 9:30 a.m. from the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. Dolores P. Corrado of Hazleton. The funeral will be held Saturday at 9 a.m. from the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. Friends may call Friday from 6 to 9 p.m. Stephen M. Bognar of Hazleton. The viewing will be held Friday from 5 to 8 p.m. at the McNulty Funeral Home. Francis Hysiak Giacomelli Gilbert of North Wales. Visitation will be held Wednesday at 9:30 a.m. from the Kirk and Nice Funeral Home. Nancy Decker of Mahanoy City. The arrangements are incomplete and will be announced by the Louis D. Truskowski Funeral Home. And Cecilia Herbener of Freeland. The arrangements are incomplete and will be announced at a later date. Tonight's obituaries have been brought to you by the Smilex Floral Shop on 15th Street in Hazleton. Free delivery to all local funeral homes. Call 570-454-0111.
Check out the newly designed Chrysler 200, or how about the two-door Jeep Wrangler or four-door Unlimited. Jeep Patriot is named Best Priced SUV in America. Jeep Grand Cherokee styling is second to none. Jeep Compass named Top 10 fuel-efficient SUV with sophisticated styling. It's Ram commercial truck season. Get what you deserve: power, performance, and a Dodge Ram. How about Dodge Journey? Seat 7 with four-wheel drive, a winning combination. Dodge Durango, let the towing begin. Best in class, up to 7,400-pound capability. It's all-American Tamaqua.
Luzerne County is about to begin a new future with a new home rule government. Now we the people need to vote for the best and most qualified candidates to serve on Luzerne County Council. Rick Morelli is someone who has been involved with the home rule process from the beginning and understands the complexity and challenges ahead in dealing with this new form of government. Rick Morelli, who will be a strong voice in southern Luzerne County and who will represent us proudly and fight for our future.
Well, it's not even Thanksgiving yet, but it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas in downtown Hazleton. The Christmas lights are already hanging up along Wyoming Street thanks to the hard work of the city streets department. Though the decorations may not catch your eye during the day, they light up at night. The lighted ornaments adorn the light poles and will remain there throughout the holiday season into January. The city streets department will continue to add some holiday cheer to Broad Church and Altar Streets as well. When you step outside, it sure doesn't feel like Christmas is around the corner, but the calendar tells a totally different story. A mild Monday, how will Tuesday be? Low tonight down to 42, so a comfortable evening ahead as well. We'll see partly cloudy skies tomorrow. The sun comes back again, and we see a high up to 62 degrees. That is one nice fall forecast in my book. Finally, at 5, every minute of every day someone needs blood. That blood can only come from a donor, a person like you who makes the choice to stop by a local blood drive. Did you know that only 3 out of every 100 people in America donates blood? Folks from the American Red Cross want you to join that very select group by making a blood donation. Several blood drives will be taking place in the upcoming days. Tomorrow, you can stop by Lackawanna College in Hazleton to give the gift of life from noon until 5:30 in the evening. If you can't come out tomorrow, then 2 other blood drives will be held. One on Sunday, November 13th at Cyril and Methodius Parish in Hazleton, and Tuesday, November 15th at the Keystone Job Corps. All right, Christina D'Amato is coming your way next with more local news leading up to Decision Day 2011. Find out what issues city residents have on their minds as they hit the polls tomorrow. News 13 also talks with the folks running for Hazleton Area School Board. Find out what each candidate wants you to know about them. Make sure you go online and visit our website at ssptv.com. and our media partner, thestandardspeaker.com. I'm Kristen Bazinski. Make it a great night, and make sure you stick around for the live at 5:30.
Come party on the patio here at the Hollywood Diner. Enjoy the nightlife outside with live entertainment on the patio every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We have great drink specials, food specials, and desserts. Open 7 days a week, 24 hours on the weekend. Come party at Hollywood Diner, where everyone is treated like a star.
Now at Boscov's, the world's greatest sale with honest pricing. Here's proof. 58% off Madison Taylor embroidered cozy fleece sets for Missies and Petites, $19.99. Save $40 to $45 with Our Ladies Easy Spirit Buyout. 4 styles, $29.99. 66 to 75% off men's lounge pants, $4.99. And 72% off long sleeve college t-shirts, $6.99. Now you know why it's the world's greatest sale at all Boscov's.
Hard work alone won't put criminals behind bars. It takes a prosecutor. Jackie Musto Carroll, 16,000 convictions in 19 years. She personally got 16 murder verdicts, confiscated thousands from drug pushers, and gave the money to cops for bulletproof vests and drug dogs.
I've put murderers, child predators, and drug dealers in jail. Much remains to be done.
Jackie Musto Carroll for DA again.
An honest day's work has long been ingrained into the fabric of this region and its people. Doing your best not because you're told to do so, but because it's for a greater good. So while we appreciate being recognized for our hard work, we wouldn't have done it any other way. From a bank that considers exceptional customer satisfaction just part of the job description. First National Bank. The right choice, right here, right now.
Take a look at who's winning with the Pennsylvania Lottery. $960 million were generated for programs just last year. Because every time you play, an older Pennsylvanian wins. Millions won, millions win. The Pennsylvania Lottery benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
West Hazleton residents vote Nemeth and Sandsey for Borough Council, dedicated to maintaining a strong police force and keeping our borough on the right path, and committed to cleaning up our neighborhoods. Continue the progress, vote Nemeth and Sandsey.
Cunningham voters, for the first time in 4 years, the borough is financially secure. Help us finish what we've started.
We are committed
to maintaining public safety and our own Cunningham Police Department.
We are committed
to parks and recreation, keeping our families involved in their community.
We are committed
to improving our roads using state funds.
We are committed
to opposing the proposed Water and Sewer Authority cost increase of 100%.
We always have been and always will be committed to Cunningham first. I ask for your votes for Montoni, Hart, Rizzo, and Harmon.
Polls open just hours from now. Election Day 2011 is upon us, and that means it's time to decide who you think is best for the job. There are many local races and important matchups on the county level. It's important to exercise your right and vote.
From the Samson Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Thanks for staying with us tonight. I'm Christina D'Amato. This is an important election for just about every community in Greater Hazleton, from Luzerne County to Schuylkill to Carbon County. Tomorrow is Election Day, and all registered voters are being urged to get out and choose the person who you think is best for the job. Polls open at 7 a.m. and will remain open through 8 o'clock Tuesday night. Voters will see county positions on the ballot for judge, commissioner, county council, and district attorney, depending, of course, on the county in which you call home. Most municipalities have candidates squaring off for important positions on a local level: council, mayor, supervisor, and for Luzerne, Carbon, and Schuylkill County viewers, a big race for Hazleton Area School Board. The outcome of many of the races could change the face of the community, shifting rule between parties. It's sure to be a nail-biter to the end, and again, if you are registered to vote, make your way to your home polling place and let your voice be heard. And for up-to-the-minute coverage on Election Day, choose SSP TV Channel 13. Join Dr. Dave Sosar, Mike DeCosmo, Sam Lassance Sr., and award-winning TV journalist Kathy Baczynski tomorrow night, starting live at 7:30. Janine Mazurkevich will also be joining SSP TV's political panel at the desk for live up-to-the-minute election coverage throughout the night. Nikki Kreis, Kristen Baczynski, Andy Minnick, and yours truly will be with the candidates as the results start rolling in. Hear from the winners first. We'll start with special election coverage from 7:30 to 8 o'clock Tuesday as those last-minute voters head to the polls. At 8, we will go live till 11 o'clock. We get you the numbers first, the results first, and we talk with the winners first. There's only one choice on Decision Day: News 13 SSP TV. One race that people all throughout Greater Hazleton will be voting in is the Hazleton Area School Board. Voters will head to the polls to choose 5 directors. 6 names will appear on the ballot. It's a race jam-packed with issues from the budget to improving test scores to finding a new superintendent. But what's the one thing the candidates want you to know they stand for? News 13 talks to incumbents Dr. Bob Childs, Tony Bonomo, and Brian Early, as well as newcomers Robbie Wallace, Rocco Formica, and Marfi Dagenhart-Yannick.
Finally addressing the overcrowding in the school district and bringing accountability, back onto, the board and the district.
I would like very much that they should understand that I stand for a better education overall, and I think that that's going to be achieved through accountability of our staff under the leadership of a very strong superintendent.
One thing is accountability, from top administrative to the school board to all the employees in the school district and to parents of all the children in our district. It's all about people being accountable in order to get the children in our district to the future, to help them and to educate them for the future.
I think it would be that what we need is 9 members of the school board all working together in the same direction to do what's best for the kids in the school district.
Educational excellence and basically fiscal responsibility, that would be another, and fair hiring practices.
I think for the most part, the people of the area know me as a fiscally responsible person. If you look at the votes over the past 4 years and more recently the past year, I am one that has voted against several issues that I think were a waste of time.
Voters in the city will choose a mayor when they head to the polls tomorrow. 3 names will appear on the ballot: incumbent Joe Yanuzzi, Grace Kuzo, and John Matuszewski. Running the city is a big job, and folks say they are taking this race seriously, choosing a person they feel would best tackle these issues. Here's what's on the minds of Hazleton residents.
I think it's crime and drugs. That's my opinion.
Why do you think that?
Why? Well, just look at everything that's going on. Everything. We never had this. Not as bad as now.
With the new mayor getting elected here in Hazleton, what is the bigger issue for you, crime or debt?
It's kind of both. It'd have to be 50-50.
Would it be safe to say that they affect one another?
Yeah.
Crime and drugs. I don't know which is worse, to be perfectly honest with you. It's scary. Now, I live on Alter Street, and It's unbelievable, the stuff that goes on. I mean, right in front of your face. And they just don't care. It's scary. It's scary.
The polls open again tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock and close at 8 p.m., so make sure you get out and vote. To other news tonight, 2 top-ranking Penn State officials have stepped down after the football team's former defensive coordinator was charged with several counts of child sex abuse. It's arguably the biggest scandal the school has ever seen, and Nittany Lions all over the state are reacting. News 13's Nikki Cry spoke to students at the university's Hazleton campus who say they're shocked, but will support their school no matter what.
It seemed like a normal day at Penn State Hazleton, but under the surface, today was anything but normal in Nittany Lion country. 2 days ago, former defensive coordinator on Penn State's football team, Jerry Sandusky, was arrested on charges he sexually abused 8 young boys over a 10-year period.
This is a case about a sexual predator accused of using his position within the community and the university to prey on numerous young boys for more than a decade.
What makes the scandal even worse is that 2 top Penn State officials have allegedly played a big role in keeping the abuse a secret. Athletic Director Tim Curley and Vice President of Finance and Business Gary Schultz have stepped down from their positions at the university and appeared in court this afternoon. Police say Curley and Schultz knew about the incidents but did not report them.
Not only did not report that incident as required by law, but they also never made any attempt to identify that child.
Pennsylvania Attorney General Linda Kelly calls it a disturbing pattern of sexual assaults on young boys. Sandusky met the children through his charitable organization, The Second Mile. A witness saw the 67-year-old former coach in the team's shower sexually assaulting a young boy.
Those assaults allegedly occurred while Sandusky was a coach at Penn State, while others happened on the Penn State campus and elsewhere after Sandusky had retired from his coaching position.
Students at Penn State Hazleton had a lot to say about the charges. All of them tell me that they were very upset and disgusted to learn about the accusations, but most of them do say they still have Penn State pride.
I don't really find it right that he did that, but we pay a lot of money to go here, and I support my school completely, but I don't think it's right, but no matter what, I'm behind Penn State.
I support my school no matter what. I've been going here for 2 years now. I think that we should just keep on going. I mean, we are Penn State, so. The defensive coordinator, I mean, with Joe Paterno and everything, I think we should just keep going with the team and support all the decisions with that.
I was pretty upset when I found out that they were using Penn State's student tuition money to buy out the bail, and I'm definitely for signing the petition to see if we can get any type of refund back because it's messed up.
Sandusky, Curley, and Schultz have all posted bail and await preliminary hearings.
This is not a case about football. It's not a case about universities. It's a case about children who have had their innocence stolen from them, and a culture that did nothing to stop it or prevent it from happening to others.
Penn State head football coach Joe Paterno has not been charged and appears to not be implicated in any wrongdoing. Nikki Kreis, News 13, Hazleton.
Thank you, Nikki. An illegal immigrant from Honduras who has been in this country since 2003 was caught over the weekend when the speeding car he was a passenger in was pulled over by police. This is 25-year-old Dennis Javier Reyes Montoya, who calls Staten Island, New York, his home. Montoya was riding with 20-year-old Walter Santos Sunday afternoon when Beaver Meadows police pulled Santos's car over for speeding on Broad Street in the borough. Police tell us Montoya was acting nervous, gave a Honduras license, and admitted he was in this country illegally. Montoya had no criminal record, and immigration agents advised police to let him go, but to provide them with all of Montoya's information, and they would do a follow-up investigation. Meanwhile, the driver was cited for speeding. All it takes is the governor's signature, and soon texting and driving will be against the law. Pennsylvania is getting set to join more than 30 other states that ban all motorists from texting while driving. The state Senate approved the bill and sent it to the desk of Governor Tom Corbett, who is expected to sign it into law. The bill would make texting behind the wheel a primary offense so that police can pull over motorists for that violation alone. The penalty is $50. The ban would take effect 120 days after Corbett signs it. However, talking on a cell phone without a hands-free device remains legal for Pennsylvania motorists. Well, coming up live at 5:30, we'll get back to the election when we take a look at the forecast as voters head off to the polls tomorrow. But first, we have more on a motorcycle accident that claimed the life of a 26-year-old Hazle Township man over the weekend.
You're watching News 13 with Janine Mazurkevich, Kristen Bazinski, Christina D'Amato, and Nikki Grimes.
Espresso macchiato and blueberry scone, about $6. Value meal with large diet, about $6. Matinee without popcorn, about $6. Looking for a $6 bargain? At Burger Mazda Hazleton, you could drive a new Mazda 3 for about $6 a day. A new Mazda 3 for about $6 a day. Did you really need that burger anyway? A new Mazda for only $6 a day at Burger Mazda Hazleton. Test drive a Mazda today.
I'm Blythe Evans, and I'm an independent thinking candidate for Luzerne County Council. Our county is experiencing a new beginning in more ways than one. We need to take a hard look at government spending and political mismanagement. We need to protect our clean air and water from corporate interests, and we need to restore the public trust in our elected officials so the county government will be more accountable to its citizens. I'm Blythe Evans, and on November 8th, I'm asking for your vote.
Cunningham voters, for the first time in 4 years, the borough is financially secure. Help us finish what we've started.
We are committed
to maintaining public safety in our own Cunningham Police Department.
We are committed
to parks and recreation, keeping our families involved in their community.
We are committed
to improving our roads using state funds.
We are committed
to opposing the proposed Water and Sewer Authority cost increase of 100%.
We always have been and always will be committed to Cunningham first. I ask for your votes for Montoni, Hart, Rizzo, and Harmon.
Some current board members continue to raise your property taxes, while test scores lag behind. It is our responsibility as board members to spend education dollars efficiently and effectively, as well as providing the best education we can, to light a fire of curiosity and eagerness to learn in our children that will carry them through their entire lives. I'm Rocco Formica. Having taught in the Hazleton Area School District for nearly 40 years, I know what it's like on both sides of the desk. On November 8th, please vote Rocco Formica, Hazleton Area School Director.
The Luzerne County Interbranch Commission was set up to investigate the Kids for Cash scandal.
Here's what D.A. Musto said, and I quote, "You tell me how not to have a judge who was a criminal."
In response, the commission chairman interrupted, and I quote, "You report him. That's the simple answer. You report him."
So why does a judge have to tell this D.A. how to do her job?
And it's this kind of experience that's part of the problem in county government.
Stephanie Salavantis is part of the solution.
Musto must go.
Vote Stephanie Salavantis, D.A.
When it comes to all of your grocery needs, shop Boyer's Food Markets at 2 locations, 15th Street in Hazleton and South Hancock Street in McAdoo. Here are this week's specials. Every weekend, look in our hot food area for wings, tenders, and other party favorites. Don't forget about our gift cards and our senior citizens discounts. We also have double coupons every day. You can also go to BoyersFood.com for our weekly circular, monthly super specials, and much more. It's all at Boyer's Food Markets in Hazleton and McAdoo.
Luzerne County is about to begin a new future with a new home rule government. Now we the people need to vote for the best and most qualified candidates to serve on Luzerne County Council. Rick Morelli is someone who has been involved with the home rule process from the beginning and understands the complexity and challenges ahead in dealing with this new form of government. Rick Morelli, who will be a strong voice in southern Luzerne County and who will represent us proudly and fight for our future.
Welcome back. A 2-car accident on Route 93 in Sugarloaf Township sent one person to the hospital. As you can see, one of the vehicles ended up on Penn State Hazleton property. The accident happened at the stoplight in front of the university. No word from police on the names of the drivers or how this accident happened here in Sugarloaf Township. State police continue to investigate a motorcycle accident that claimed the life of a 26-year-old Hazle Township man over the weekend. Stephen Bogner, known by his friends as Bogey, was riding his Harley Davidson when he lost control along Route 309. Troopers say Bogner was headed south on Route 309 when he failed to make a left-hand turn in the road, causing him to run off the highway near Hollywood Boulevard. The motorcycle hit a brick business sign. Jeff Stock, a county deputy coroner, said he pronounced Bogner dead at the scene and that he died of multiple traumatic injuries. Police said from evidence found at the scene, they believe the accident happened sometime between late Friday night and early Saturday morning. Bogner was not found until around 10 o'clock Saturday morning. Bogey, as his friends called him, loved riding motorcycles and was a motorcycle mechanic. He was also a die-hard Steelers fan. Not long after learning of Bogner's death, friends started a remembrance page on Facebook. The page is filled with messages and memories, along with pictures of Bogner with family and friends. As the investigation continues into how this tragedy happened, troopers ask anyone who might have any helpful information to call state police at 459-3890. New at 5:33, separate 911 calls were received about fights in different areas of the city. They happened around 5 o'clock Saturday afternoon. The fights were reported in the area of 9th and James Streets, Locust and James, and Locust between 4th and 5th Streets, involving a number of juveniles. Police tell us one juvenile armed with a handgun threatened another armed with a baseball bat. Police ask anyone who has information helpful to their investigation to dial 911. Troopers are investigating a computer crime in Hazle Township. A McAdoo man told troopers that his laptop computer was stolen from an Ebervale home sometime between 7:30 on the night of November 2nd and the next day at 2:30. Call state police at 459-3890 if you have any information for troopers. Police in the city need your help tonight. They are investigating a report of gunshots being heard in one part of Hazleton over the weekend in this neighborhood. Officers got the call just before 4 a.m. Saturday that shots were fired in the vicinity of Birch Street and Fulton Court. According to officers, there were no reports of injuries or of property damage. Anyone who can shed some light on the alleged incident is asked to dial 911. There's still more to come tonight after local sports with Freddie B. We'll tell you more about a huge asteroid that will pass closer to the Earth than the moon. And good weather might mean a large voter turnout tomorrow. Find out what to expect as you head to the polls to cast your vote.
Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on Channel 13, you will have 13 minutes to call in and win a free pay-per-view movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Tonight's winner, Anna T. Krofchek of Freeland. Anna, if you're watching, give us a call right now at 570-459-9813 to win your free movie.
My name is Eugene Kelleher, and I am a candidate for Luzerne County Council. I have been endorsed by the Luzerne County Controller, Walter Griffith, the Times Leader, and the Citizen's Voice. I'm respectfully asking Hazleton area residents for your vote on Tuesday, November 8th. Please check my website, lccvotegene.com, or call me at 674-4105. I want to be accessible to all the taxpayers of Luzerne County.
Smile! It's Boscov's Big Toy Sale. Save $15 on Sesame Street's Let's Rock Elmo, $54.99. Rock on, Elmo! Holiday Barbie by Mattel, $39.99. 50% off Max or Molly Holiday Plush, $9.99. And 20% off our entire stock of board games, Milton Bradley, Parker Brothers, and more. Free gift wrap and free layaway during the Big Toy Sale at all Boscovs.
SSP TV Sports on News 13 with Fred Barletta Jr.
Well, if you will, Week 11 of the high school football season will actually take place this coming weekend, and for the second straight year, no Cougars in the playoff mix, but hey, there still will be playoffs, and there's some very interesting games and some matchups. So they've been released. Let's take a look. If you haven't gotten them, here's the way it's going to line up in that District 2 4-11 sub-regional in the Quad A level. Well, you can throw out District 4. Williamsport doesn't make it, so it really comes down to a District 2-11 sub-regional. The number 1 seed goes to Nazareth. Nazareth will take on number 8 seed Delaware Valley. Now, in the other half of the bracket, you could see Parkland and Stroudsburg squaring off, as well as Easton and Freedom. The number 2 seed belongs to the Spartans of Wyoming Valley West. They'll be playing Scranton. This is a matchup, ironically, that took place week 1, and Valley West won easily. Now, in the Eastern Conference, which is the teams that don't qualify for the district playoffs, this is kind of referred to as the NIT tournament of high school football around here. You got Wallen-Palpak as the number 1 team coming out of Quad A North. And they have the task of going to play Bethlehem Liberty. They're number 2 out of the South. Meanwhile, Pocono Mountain East, number 2 in the North. They take on the Zephyrs of Whitehall. So they're the 4 teams in the Quad A District Eastern Conference. So we'll keep an eye on that. Now let's go to District 11, Single A. Pius X is the number 1 seed. Minersville is the number 2 seed. So you got Pius X playing Williams Valley and Minersville squaring off against the Blue Devils of Shenandoah. The 2 teams will meet. So that'll be an interesting playoffs nonetheless. And as far as Eastern Conference, you got Bucktail playing Nativity and Monoy area playing Northwest. But once again, no Cougars, no Marion Colts in the playoffs, and that is a rarity, at least the way we were getting used to things there for a while. But for the second straight year, that's the way it shakes down. Over the weekend, while you were watching all the other big college games like LSU and Alabama, you may not have seen the Colgate score. They lost in overtime to Lafayette. No Nate Eachus. He's still banged up, and it's been that type of senior year for him. The one thing he had was good health throughout all of his Colgate career, but the senior year, he's been banged up a little bit, and the difference is in the tail of the tape. Colgate's struggling without it. Now, tonight, we've got playoff action in girls basketball. This always turns out to be one of the bigger attended events of the entire season. We've got the girls' playoffs starting up. Anthracite Junior High playoffs. And the first game will have Drums going against the number 2 seed Holy Family Club. That game will start at 6 o'clock. Drums is the number 3 seed. In the nightcap, it'll be Freeland as the number 1 seed. And as you see, they'll be taking on Valley. The 2 winners will square off later this week for the girls' 2011 Anthracite League Championship. But as I said, it's always an interesting night to see the stars of the future. So there you have it, 6 o'clock tonight down at Hazleton Area High School. Russ Kanzler is conducting his strength and conditioning classes for any athlete aged 10 to 18. I've talked to some of the people that went to the first couple of ones. They said they were absolutely great. He's going to have a couple of more. They're always on the weekends, and it's a la carte. You can go to as many or as few as you like, but there you see the dates. They're Saturdays and Sundays, and they go right on through the 10th and 11th of December. There's the information if you want to contact him to get involved in one of these. There's the cost, there's the contact information, and now you have all the information you need. You're probably going to need a little more information, like how do you get over the Monday blahs? Well, how about bottlenecks? Because it's crab and clam seafood jam up at Bottlenecks. You're going to love it. It features their specialty white-shelled little neck clams and garlic butter, or the peel and eat shrimp, your choice. $3 a dozen, or go for the pound of jumbo snow crab legs for only $8.95. You can't lose no matter what. So even if you're a Bear fan or Eagle fan, you're a winner if you go to Bottlenecks, and it's a great place to watch the game.
Everyone knows that Bottlenecks is the home of award-winning wings and mouth-watering steaks, but now a new tasty reason to stop by. New succulent snow crab legs, steamed, seasoned, and served with lemon and hot melted butter. And seafood fans will love Monday nights for the crab and clam seafood jam, featuring little neck clams in garlic butter and peel and eat Old Bay shrimp. Bottlenecks is open 7 days a week. The kitchen is open till midnight every day. There's always a reason to stop by Bottlenecks.
I'm Molly Hanlon-Marabito, and I'm running for judge. 30 seconds is brief, but it's enough time to talk about integrity. Raised in 40 Fort, I learned about integrity from my mom and dad. After graduating from the University of Notre Dame School of Law, I returned home to Luzerne County. I've never forgotten those early lessons in all my years of practice. I have over 22 years of courtroom experience. I prosecute criminals. I'm endorsed by law enforcement. I ask for your vote, your support on November 8th.
Now that's a deal day every day, not just the end of the month, not just Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, not just the second Tuesday of the week. Every day is deal day at Independence Toyota. And remember, if you don't have this license plate frame on the back of your Toyota, you probably paid too much. Independence Toyota, Airport Beltway, across from Walmart Hazleton, or on the web at independencetoyota.com.
Hard work alone won't put criminals behind bars. It takes a prosecutor. Jackie Musto Carroll, 16,000 convictions in 19 years. She personally got 16 murder verdicts, confiscated thousands from drug pushers, and gave the money to cops for bulletproof vests and drug dogs.
I've put murderers, child predators, and drug dealers in jail. Much remains to be done.
Jackie Musto Carroll for DA again.
An honest day's work has long been ingrained into the fabric of this region and its people. Doing your best not because you're told to do so, but because it's for a greater good. So while we appreciate being recognized for our hard work, we wouldn't have done it any other way. From a bank that considers exceptional customer satisfaction just part of the job description. First National Bank. The right choice, right here, right now.
Can bad weather on Election Day change the course of history? Many political experts say yes. As early as the 1800s, there has been the belief that weather plays a role in election results. So what can voters expect as they head to the polls tomorrow? Let's first take a look at tonight. We see partly cloudy skies, a calm wind, low of 42 degrees. Taking a look at our election day, mostly sunny with a high near 62 degrees. A great day to head out and hit those polls. Low of 39 on Tuesday night. Wednesday, another beautiful day, sunny with a high near 57 degrees. Wednesday night, there will be a slight chance of showers, but mostly cloudy with a low around 41. Thursday, a chance of showers do move in. Cloudy skies, a high near 52 degrees. And on Friday, we see partly cloudy day with a high near 45 degrees and a low around 31. Tonight's weather is sponsored by the Lazy Dog Salon, Dog and Cat Grooming, located on North Broad Street in West Hazleton. Give the Lazy Dog Salon a call today. Finally tonight, an asteroid bigger than an aircraft carrier will dart between the Earth and the Moon tomorrow. It's the closest encounter by such a huge rock in 35 years. But scientists say not to worry, it won't hit us. Experts from NASA say they are 100% confident that this is not a threat. The asteroid is being watched by ground antennas as it approaches from the direction of the sun. The last time it came so close was 200 years ago. And the closest approach will occur around 6:30 tomorrow night when the asteroid passes within 202,000 miles of the Earth. So if you want to go outside and take a glimpse of it, unfortunately, you won't see anything. The asteroid is too dim to be seen with the naked eye. Before we say goodbye tonight, News 13 wants to extend our deepest condolences. A very prominent businessman, Bob Judd from Arc Electric, passed away today, and we extend our deepest sympathy from all of the Lassant family and everyone here at News 13, and we'll have much more tomorrow. And that will do it for us tonight. Thanks for making us a part of your Monday. If you want to catch this newscast again, just tune into a rebroadcast throughout tonight and into the morning. And don't forget that we're always online at ssptv.com. On behalf of your News 13 team, be safe and good night. And remember, head out and vote. Thank you.
Howdy. There are commercials running right now that want you to believe that the only way to get your diabetic testing supplies covered by Medicare is to use mail order. Nothing could be further from the truth. At Standard Drug, we'll deliver monitors, strips, lancets, even batteries for your monitor. You'll have no upfront cost. We'll bill Medicare. We'll bill your supplemental. Why, you'll even save the cost of a postage stamp. Standard Drug, your headquarters for diabetic supplies.